Good evening and welcome to the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Center here in Bethpage, New York, the site of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League Junior Varsity Championship game. And we got a good one, the Wantagh Seaford Plainedge Kings taking on the Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs. These two teams on the collision course for a rematch this whole season. Bulldogs 14-2-0, Wantagh Seaford Plainedge 13-3-0. Separated by junior varsity division, WSP was in the east, Bellmore-Merrick in the west, so they only played each other once. Bellmore-Merrick dominated that game by a score of 10-2 back on December 12th. Corcoran leading the way in that one with 3 goals, 1 assist as the Dogs look to do it again. The defending champs, they won 3 of the last 5 titles and are looking to pick up another one against the Kings. These two teams, of course, met last year's championship. That one dominated by the Dogs as well, 10-1. And it was complete and utter domination. Pasquariello, 2 goals, 2 assists. Gertler, 2 goals, 2 assists. Adelstein, 1 goal, 2 assists. Those 3 are all with the varsity team that won states upstate about a week ago after falling to Long Beach in the varsity championship here a few weeks ago as well. These two teams had their first round byes. They played in the semifinals 2 nights ago. WSP got the 5-3 win over Massapequa. All 5 goals scored by Ambrosio. Meanwhile, Bellmore-Merrick 5-4 overtime win versus Oceanside. Paulden got the tying goal with 1:16 left with the empty net, and then 2:01 into double overtime. It was Lenz, assisted by Navarro, leading the Dogs back to the championship game. We'll take a brief timeout here. When we come back, starting goaltenders, national anthem, and puck drop on the way next here on LISN. And we're back and set for puck drop here on LISN JV Championship Long Island, New York Islanders, High School Hockey League on the LI Sports Network. Starting goalies, WSP going to go with number 30, Anthony Krusman. He's appeared in 10. He started in 7. 3.63 goals against, .841 save percentage. He's 8-1-0-0 on the season. He'll be opposed by number 30, Aiden Farraher. 11 starts on the campaign, 3.17 goals against, 0.826 save percentage, 10-1-0-0 on the season. Bulldogs, Kings underway, and this one starts up behind the Dogs' net, and WSP goes to work. Quick shot towards the goal, bouncing around in the slot, taken back by the Bulldogs. Of course, we mentioned The Dogs have had the Kings number the last few seasons, including last year's JV championship and their one meeting in the regular season, where the Bulldogs put up a total of 20 goals between those two games. D to D, this one comes. Slap shot, they score! The shot from the point from O'Malley. The rebound cashed in. Bulldogs strike first, 45 seconds in. And who else would it be parked in front? That's Anthony Navarro, number 5, 14 goals, 17 assists throughout the season. Shot doesn't make it through, but he's able to jam that rebound through the wickets of Krussman. Exactly the start the Bulldogs were hoping for. And here they come again, forcing it back out is Paulden. Tashi Paulden, definitely a player to keep an eye on. This one goes in deep. Luke Height gets to it. Behind the goal and skated out now by WSP. Check delivered, sprung on to the tape of Brendan Ehrlich. He gave it away. Paulden will flip it back in. Height gets to it. He gets checked into the corner. Now WSP looking for another path back out. Skating it ahead on the backhand was Ambrosino. Turned over in the circle. Bellmore-Merrick looking to clear, and it's chopped out. Now bringing it ahead with speed, poking at it. Unable to get it by there was Frankie Smart. Ashley Grillo, D to D, and now sprung on to Paulden. Paulden looking for the toe drag. Stepping up on him there was Rotondaro. Goes behind the goal, double team there. The Dogs in the white, the Kings in the black. Well, they're merging with it. Here's WSP, and that's Casey Kozlowski. Kozlowski cuts in. His shot blocked in front. Grillo got in front of it. Held in by Sheehan. Rotondaro in to help. He got checked, and now it's Kevin Razy with the flip ahead and back out. Height steps up, plays the man as it gets in deep. And hustling back on it here is Jake Montagna. Cycles it around the boards. Razy backs off, and it's sprung back out to center. And here's Sheehan back in. Sheehan low hand driving towards the goal. Sheehan off the glass. Big rebound. And another shot blocked down in front off the try from Johnson. Wraps around Mason Lynch back out to center. And this is Montagna back on it. Slows things down once again for the Kings. 3 minutes gone, first period of play. 1-0 lead for Bellmore-Merrick on the goal from Anthony Navarro. Just 45 seconds in. O'Malley and Corcoran pick up the assists. Kozlowski trying to split through. Bouncing puck, couldn't settle it. Heads back after it into the corner, and then he got stapled to the boards. Flip back out by the Bulldogs. Bouncing puck through neutral ice. Stepping up there was Noah Corcoran, number 19 in white. Give it back to the Kings. From the red line, backhanded in by Sur. Now fired back down the ice from the wrong side of the red line, icing against Bellmore-Merrick. 11:16 to go, first period of play, a 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Quick strike from Navarro before some of the fans got to their seats as this one on goal right off the draw. Rebound try, it's loose, and it's under Farrer. And he's able to get the stoppage. First couple of grade A chances for the Kings in this hockey game. Unable to jam it through though. Remains 1-0. We'll do it again from the near side circle. Kozlowski wins this one back. Shot blocked. It looked like it hit Kozlowski there. Trying to move out of the way. And now it's Marcus Lucci. From the red line, will steer it all the way in. Back on it, Lohan. Out to the line, poked out could be numbers here for the Kings. 2-on-1 developing from the circle. And Rosino cuts and fires that one just wide. Great move there to open up a possibility for a shot for himself. Now this try from the point goes wide. Luke Height will pinch down the boards. He gets checked by Navarro. Bulldogs on it, look to clear. They get it out. Tied up there, though, at the red line. That allows WSP to take possession back. Kozlowski trying to split through. Good stick there at the last moment by O'Malley as Kozlowski nearly got free. Then he's tied up in the circle, forced back out by the Bulldogs. Rotundaro will settle the bouncing puck at the red line. Dumps it in, steered off to the corner by Farraher. Johnson on it. Down the boards on goal. That hit the shaft of the stick of Farraher and leads to a rush back up the ice for his team. Pass a bit too far out of the reach of DiStefano. Couple collisions there right in front of the WSP bench. 5 minutes gone here in the first. Rotundaro steps up, clears it back out. Kyle Lenz will reset. Gets knocked down to the ice as he fired that one towards the goal. Comes back towards the line. Tied up there was Felicki. Pass down low, just out of the reach of the intended target being Smart. Passed out towards the circle. Backhand try blocked in front. Kings getting in the shooting lanes here early. Around the boards it comes. Lenz, wrister, high, shot glove save. And getting the whistle, Anthony Krussman. Fast-paced start to this hockey game. 1-0 lead for the Bulldogs as the Kings looking to, at the very least here, keep this one tight before looking for their big push to try and become champions. Great pass across right there. Thrown towards the goal through a lot of traffic. Stick save Krussman. Out to the line, Lenz. That shot misses, wraps all the way around to the left point. Vacating it there, however, was Julia Felicki. She'll head back on it. Pass ahead, Jasper Jones redirects it in. Taken right back by the Kings. This is offside against the Bulldogs. .8:43 to go in this one. Farraher got the start in the last game. 4 goals allowed, but got that crucial OT victory on the late comeback from his team over the line, Navarro. Navarro got the tying goal in that one. Here he comes again. Around the boards, jabbed at, not out. Holding it in was Lucci. Lucci trying to slip through, could not. Off to the corner it goes. This is Navarro on it behind the goal. Quick cutback. Navarro, pass to the side of the goal. Shot just missed wide out to challenge. There was Krussman. Looked like there was some room. Sent back down. Bulldogs here with the pressure. 8 minutes left in the first period. Pass out to the slot. Good read that time. Forced back down low. Quick move there from Lucci. Sets up a try from the side of the goal. That ends up in the corner. Wraps back out to the point. Backhanded towards the slot. Found its way all the way through to the circle. But then the pass blocked that time by Wantagh. Out to the point, unable to be handled and held in there by Corcoran. So he'll reset halfway through period number 1. Score has not changed since the opening 45 seconds. Lucci, in front of his own bench to Navarro. Navarro gets bumped there by Rotundaro. It'll come back out. Back in Navarro. Dropped it off, comes back to him, turns on the backhand, steers it back towards the front end tight. Stopped by Krussman, forced back out. Eric Baldinger back on it. Pass snapped onto Smart. He's checked hard into the boards by Ambrosino. Height with the pressure on Paladin. Paladin trying to go up top. Pass deflects out to the line, stays in, fired back down low by Baldinger. Height with a little bit of time here. And he'll wrap it up the boards and back out. WSP looking to get some momentum here in the offensive zone. It's been all Bulldogs as of late. And here they come. Kozlowski takes it wide. Kozlowski all the way out to the line. Dropped it off for a shot from Ambrosino. That was followed up by Farraher. Back up the boards from Grillo. Deflected, held in, bouncing puck. Rotondaro couldn't settle it without a good look had he been able to. Cleared back out though, and Height retreats. Defense sneaks in the change here for the Bulldogs as the Kings come back in. Outside shot from Ambrosino, deflects up and out of play. Just under 6 minutes to go in the opening frame. It remains 1-0 here for Bellmore-Merrick in the JV Championship. Best of one. Bellmore-Merrick, as we mentioned, or at least alluded to at the top of the broadcast, has dominated the JV division for about the last 5 years or so. Redirected down from the point, ends up in the corner. Felicki hustles after it, swept right through the crease, all the way back around. Fired deep by Montana. Coming over to get it, Alana Romanek. She reverses course, stepping out Montana, but he couldn't hold it in. And Lohan back on it. D hopped the stick of Sur, though, and Sur under pressure here. All over him is Justin Gorelick. Shot attempt blocked off, back to the line, another try, getting a piece of it was Crossman. Comes around to the near side half wall. Stepping down to come get it was Johnson, Brian Johnson. Full head of steam up the ice. Him and Lohan played close to offside. There they ruled on, and he was able to get a shot on goal. Bouncing puck, steered back towards the goal, sticked away by Farraher. Off the glass, jumping to keep it in. Ambrosino could not. Kozlowski, though, helps him out. Ambrosino turns back to the circle, opens up, fires, missed wide on the blocker side, and it comes all the way back out. Montana back on it. Wholesale change for Bellmore-Merrick. Flying back in is Sur, cuts to the slide, and firing it just wide was Ambrosino. Comes right back to him, throws one towards the goal, looking for a redirection. Kozlowski, too firm there on his stick. Coming back out with it, Navarro. Navarro over to Di Stefano, dips the shoulder, moving in, shot fought off, the rebound was loose in the cleats. And the Kings are able to clear it away. Ambrosino back up the ice. His pass forced back out to center. Height with some time here. Just sends it across as the Kings look to reset. Quick cut by Kozlowski. He ran into danger. Helped out, though, by his D partner. Steered back out. Navarro coming back in. Navarro to the backhand. Takes it wide from a tough angle. Stopped by Crossman. Up the boards, Lennon steps up. He fires one wide. Hustling over to get it, Felicki. Back down the boards, Navarro crunched there by Rotondaro. Still flipped one towards the front. A try from the low slot was stopped by Crossman. Kozlowski finds some room up the ice. Don't want to give him too much space. Here he comes into the circle looking for the toe drag. Couldn't get a shot away. Stays with it behind the goal. Cuts Ambrosino. Back to Kozlowski from the circle, looking for a redirection. Got one swallowed up by Farraher. 3:02 left in period one. Remains 1-0 for Bellmore-Merrick. That faceoff one to the half wall, going back on it, O'Malley. O'Malley being pressured by Lohan, who stumbled down. O'Malley able to reverse it around to Jones, who deflects it out. Jones pass settled by Smart. Smart down the near side wing, looking back door, fires it right through the low slot. Jones will fire it back down to the corner. Rotondaro, quick cut, nearly gave it away. Comes back out towards the point. It is a giveaway. Bulldogs looking to take advantage here. Steered back down the boards by Corcoran. Smart got tied up. Bowden, centering pass. Good sticks there by WSP, specifically Jack Carroll there, who was in front. Another giveaway, though. Shot from the outside. Blocker down by Crossman on the try from Bowden. Centering pass off a shin guard there of Luke Height, up in the air and gloved and held by Crossman with just over 2 minutes left in the period. Line change here for WSP. Some scary moments on that shift. Face-off will be to the right of Krussman, and his team gets the D-zone draw win. 2 minutes left here in the JV Championship. Also want to let you know, Saturday, the Varsity Long Island Championship. We'll have that for you from the Northwell Health Ice Center. Long Beach will do battle against St. Anthony's as the Friars back-to-back Suffolk County champions. Here's Bellmore-Merrick back in, kicked away, and the rebound off a skate and back wide. Krussman had to be alert there. DiStefano creating the opportunity. He leads his team in both goals and points throughout this season. Deflected in, no icing. Back on it, here's Corcoran. Corcoran draws a couple of black jerseys, gave it away, centering pass in front, they score! Only a matter of time for Casey Kozlowski. WSP knots things up at 1. Looked like Bellmore-Merrick had this sequence in control. But the steal, the pass in front, centering pass kind of fanned on there, but it still finds its way to Kozlowski. One time's at home, but it was a patient one-timer, if that makes sense, if you see there. Goes blocker side. 1 minute to go here in the first. Tied up at 1 in the JV Nassau Championship. Can Bellmore-Merrick get a late response? Can either team take the lead into the intermission? This is the captain, Ehrlich, of Wantagh Seaford Plainedge. This one fired down the ice. Some miscommunication, though, leads to an icing for WSP. 37.6 to go in the period. Kozlowski from Ehrlich has tied this game up. Casey Kozlowski, 19 goals on the campaign. A phenomenal season for number 7 in black. It's a face-off win for Bellmore-Merrick as they look for a late strike here in the first. Shot blocked and then came back to the line just over the stick of Grillo. Grillo back on it, sends it around to Baldinger. And flip back out, Frankie Smart. Red line steers it in, pops out to the slot, taking it in for a shot, and scoring is Jasper Jones with just 9.7 left in the first. So they do get the late goal. Smart, under pressure, just steers it in. Jones able to find that loose puck, drive in, and sneak it through Krussman. And the Bulldogs, 9 seconds away from taking a 1-goal lead, back into the locker room after giving up a late goal themselves. Late shot, buzzer sounds, 2-1 Bellmore-Merrick, a much tighter one than what they've been used to against WSP. 2-1 Bulldogs on the goal from Jasper Jones. We'll take a brief timeout. Second period on the way next here on LI Sports Network for the JV Championship of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Back for period number 2 on the LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you, joined alongside Rowan Loddick on the board. Sam Musnick operating the cameras, and I'm just realizing that I don't believe I introduced ourselves at the top of the broadcast. So that is an oopsie on my part, and I apologize, but that is who is with you tonight from the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center. Second period underway. JV championship for the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Bellmore-Merrick with the 2-1 lead. They are guilty of icing just 12 seconds into the frame. They got one just 45 seconds in from Navarro. A late goal from Kozlowski tied it. An even later goal from Jasper Jones in the final 10 seconds of the period put the Bulldogs back in front. Offensive zone face-off here for WSP, and they win it. Ambrosino, who's been everywhere tonight offensively in that first period, gave it up behind the goal. Corcoran will flip it back in. Rotondaro back out, feathered down by Lucci. This is offside. Paladin will take the faceoff against Kozlowski, and Kozlowski wins it back for WSP. Single game elimination here in the JV playoffs as Ambrosino comes back in. We have the best of 3 in the Suffolk League, and that one is going to game 3 as a shot here blocked down in front. That'll be tomorrow. Smithtown Hauppauge and St. Anthony's. Who else? Keep the rivalry going at the junior varsity level. Ambrosino back in. He got cut off. Now it's Corcoran back on it. Taking his time here, Ehrlich has the Bulldogs running some interference on him as they start back out. Jones takes it wide, tries to cut through. Knocked off the puck by Rotondaro. Height goes up the boards. Kozlowski drops it for Height. Almost overskated it there. Paladin applies the forecheck. Now it's Rotondaro. Cycles it back around here. Kings, having some trouble getting out of their own zone. Now they will, and it's Rotondaro with speed. Rotondaro takes it wide. Drop pass, no one home in the black uni. But then it's given right back to him down in the corner. And he sends it back for Sheehan. Sheehan centering pass, and a quick left pad save there on Ehrlich. Farraher, very good so far here in this one. Turnover again. Back in come the Kings on the backhand. Centering try, wouldn't make it through. Another save for Farraher. Thrown back towards the front, intercepted and cleared out. Dangerous sequence there for the Bulldogs. Two and a half gone in the second. Back in come the Kings. Kozlowski takes it wide, cuts back. Inside out, still with it. Kozlowski, one more dangle, got knocked to the ice, still pops out in front, a diving try. And falling on his side to keep it out, Farraher. And his bench is loving it. That one pops to the side of the net. Looked like it was going to be a tie game again. Massive tie up there by the defender in front for Bellmore-Merrick. Still got jammed to the goal though, and the big save, and look out here. Breakaway, flying on in Lucci. Lucci scores! Lucci rings the iron and gets it to go. 2-goal lead for the Bulldogs. Gets the steal. It's almost a 2-on-0 there. But Lucci just too much speed. Glove side, plays the angle perfectly. He pays attention in geometry class. Off the inside of the post and in. That's a 3-1 lead. 3 minutes gone here in the second. This is where the Kings don't want things to get out of hand. They got to continue to play their game here. They had a couple of good chances right before that breakaway. And there's Ambrosino. Oh, ran into his own teammate and gave the puck away. Lucci will force it back out. Big collision there, and Kozlowski back on it. Kozlowski, quick cut, one more. Dealing with the checks of Navarro. Kozlowski leads the rush in. Takes it wide to the circle, looking back door. Oh, baby, what a goal! Ambrosino on the board off the beautiful setup from Kozlowski. It's a one-goal game again. To the circle. I didn't think he could do anything with it. He just throws a blind pass to the front. Ambrosino is there, and the patience to go to his backhand. An absolute filthy goal there from two of the top point getters of this WSP team. Pulls them back to within one. Still plenty of hockey to go. Here they come again, but once again, Ambrosino looks to the sky after he bumps into his own teammate Ehrlich. Back in Bellmore-Merrick, shot fanned on another try, kicked away. Sean Surr gets to it. Try from the outside, stick to the glass by Krussman. Around it comes, played back down to the boards. Powden, centering, passing, front jammed on goal, and a big save for Krussman. Keeps his team within one on the point-blank try. Sheehan with the look. That close to restoring the two-goal lead. Sheehan. Separate from the puck, Ambrosino. Helped out by Ehrlich, who will clear it back out. Hammered back in by Corcoran. Bulldogs will touch up. That allows Luke Height with some time, but he couldn't settle the puck down. Eventually just able to jam it back out. Kozlowski feeds it ahead. Ehrlich driving in on the backhand. Ehrlich scores! The captain on the board. We're tied at 3. He's got the size advantage. Look at the power move here. And then quickly back to his forehand in tight. Goes high, blocker over Farraher. Just about 5 minutes gone in the second. And we're level again. And the Bulldogs respond. Of course, they had a quick response the last time WSP was able to tie this game back late in the first period. Navarro centering pass. That one just topped the stick of Di Stefano. Now with the momentum, here comes WSP back in. Shot from the outside, glove save by Farraher. Lucci's unassisted goal made it 3-1. Ambrosino from Kozlowski. Ehrlich from Ambrosino. Pulls the Kings back level. Shot from the circle, scooped up, and we get another face-off upcoming here in the Bulldog zone. Lohan trying to jam it towards the goal. Went right through the top of the crease. Pinching down to get it, Wantagh. Lohan, little dipsy doodle there in the corner. Tries to go up top, no one home at the left point. It comes back out, Johnson back on it. Navarro on the forecheck forces him behind the goal. Reverses it back to a teammate. Off a stanchion there, and settles down for Di Stefano looking backdoor, no one home. Goes back down to the corner. Lucci sidesteps a check. Had a man in front, couldn't get it through. Now flips one towards the goal. And ends up on the apron. Back down the boards. With it is Navarro. He sends it back around. Two players jockey for position there in the corner. Reverse behind the goal. A bit more time here for WSP, but you hear the coaching staff ice it, as they're just going to look for a stoppage here. And unlike the NHL, of course, they can get a change. 8:34 to go. A solid shift for Bellmore-Merrick. Not too much towards the goal, but a nice response after giving up the 2-goal lead. Face-off win for BM. D to D, shot fanned on, chipped out, and it's a foot race won by Lenz. Bellmore-Merrick steers it right back in. Height goes around to a teammate in Kozlowski. Turned over, though, into the corner goes Bellmore-Merrick on the attack. Wanting a penalty there is the Bulldog, won't get it, and that was palled in, and it's taken away. Ambrosino flying back in, separated from the puck, though, followed up by Kozlowski. He's able to hold the line, but gave it away. Back out comes Bellmore-Merrick. Height steps up to take the puck back. And shipped down the ice, Luca Rotondaro back on it. Flips it ahead, Height on the backhand. In a bit of danger, able to get it out. Kozlowski chips it ahead. Ambrosino catches up to it, looking for the inside-out move. Taken down to the ice and draws the penalty. Interference, the call, just 4 seconds shy of the halfway point of the hockey game. Ambrosino, almost another one there for the highlight reel. As he was able to sidestep Felicki and hold on just a moment. We get a JV championship penalty shot. James Ambrosino, already with 1 goal in the game, nearly another there. We'll get a crack at it with no defenders chasing him from behind. To give WSP their first goal of the first lead of the game to the backhand, he scores! Same move as his last goal, forehand backhand. Ambrosino gives the Kings their first lead. Farraher gets a piece of it, not quite enough. Pops off his glove there and up into the cage. With the exception of that opening couple minutes, after falling behind 3-1, it's been all WSP in this hockey game, and Kozlowski looking for more. Kozlowski got through and couldn't get the shot away. Good stick there by Farraher. The skill of WSP absolutely on display, especially from number 29 and number 7. That shot from the point off a stick and comes back out. We'll see how Bellmore-Merrick finds a way to slow those two down. And there's a giveaway and a diving play there from Rotondaro. Saved a potential break going the other way for DiStefano. Ehrlich. Height. Giveaway. Navarro got this party started all the way back 45 seconds into the hockey game. He plays it there from the wrong side of the blue line, offside. Final period and a half of regulation at the JV level as the weather starts to warm up, at least for the time being. Almost to the spring. And then we get a collision there into the boards, and it looks like a King is shaken up. Don't believe I saw the ref's arm in the air here, but we'll get the stoppage. Looks to be Brian Johnson. Trainer out to check on him. Johnson back to his feet. And will skate back to his bench under his own power there. Good sign after taking that hard collision into the boards. Hope to see him back in a couple of shifts. 6:19 to go in the second period. Faceoff will be to the left of Krussman, who hasn't been as busy in this frame as he was in the first, but made a big save, if you remember. Just after his team tied the game in tight, kept the game, or excuse me, while his team was still trailing by 1, kept that game where it was at, and then his team now with back-to-back goals have taken the lead. Nearly banked in off of him, comes back to the line. Settled by Baldinger. Under pressure from Ambrosino, goes back down the boards, overplayed by Jones. Height. Around, getting to it, Kyle Lenz. Playing lefty here on this shift. Sends it back around for Paladin. Paladin gets knocked to the ice. Officials' arms stay down. Rides the ledge, back out to the line. Playing it back down was Baldinger. Jones, Lenz, Rister. Save made, no traffic there in front, no problem for Krussman with the blocker. Battle for it there, puck pinned to the kick plate. 5.5 and counting left in the second. That one stays in place, stays in the zone. Baldinger towards the goal, redirected down, rebound loose, and a diving play to keep that one out of the back of the net. Losing his stick in the process there. I believe that was Rotondaro. May have saved a goal, a high shot just over the crossbar. Ducking out of the way was Krussman. Height on it. Take another look at that sequence there in just a moment. Might have another play here. Ambrosino trying to pull away. Draws a penalty, rings the bar. And now we will get what I believe is a power play. He didn't quite pull away enough there to draw another penalty shot, it appears. But Ambrosino having the game of his life right now as we take another look at that play. Big save there off the redirection from Krussman, and then Rotondaro sprawling out. Not sure if Krussman would have gotten over on that rebound. May have. But we'll never know. 4:57 left in the second. First official power play of the game belongs to the Kings. Sitting is Tashi Paladin. For hooking. Ehrlich will take the face-off. Massive sequence in this hockey game. Still 5 minutes to go in the second, but all the momentum right now with the Kings. Bellmore-Merrick has had their chances in this second, but the Kings have capitalized on theirs. This is Navarro, though, short-handed. Centering pass, diving play by Height. Knocked it away from Di Stefano. Height with time. Steers it back out. Resetting with it is Johnson. Good to see him back out on the ice. Kozlowski. 80 seconds left on the power play. Takes it for a stroll out to the point. In no particular hurry here. Kozlowski, back door. What a look. Johnson opens up. It goes high. Fire to the line, not out. Ambrosino score! In front was Ehrlich. A PPG for the Kings. They lead it 5-3. A failed clearing attempt right to Ambrosino, one of the last players you want to put that puck on the platter to. Ehrlich cuts in front. We'll see if he got a stick on it. Looks like he may have. They do give Brendan Ehrlich the goal. Captain clutch on the power play. Gives his team a 2-goal lead. Back in, though, comes Bellmore-Merrick. Save made by Krussman. Giveaway. Paladin looking to make up for the penalty. Steers one back door, draws a penalty. That'll do for the Bulldogs as they try and get back into this hockey game. Hook and call here against WSP. .327 left in the period. It's going to be Thomas Franzino who's going to sit for 2, or at least what he hopes is 2. Big moment in this hockey game here as far as the momentum is concerned. 5-3 WSP. They've scored the last 4. Can Bellmore-Merrick get back to within 1 late in the second? They get the face-off win. Paladin, wrister off the stick of Kozlowski, never made it through, fired down the ice. Kozlowski's gonna be the first one on it. Can he make something happen short-handed? Trying to center it. Double team though, couldn't get it through. Now it's Paladin with time. Fires one across, Corcoran. Gonna take his time. Pass behind Paladin, but he'll skate into it. Under pressure from Kozlowski, was able to work it through. Throws one cross ice, drop pass, shot fanned on, blocked off. Clear, not out. Corcoran step, shoots redirected off the post. Lucci hunting for a second, got a stick on it, centering pass. On the wrong side of Di Stefano, carried out by Kozlowski. Corcoran back in to the high slot. Slides one across. Lucci will play it off the boards. Back down to Stefano, trying to slide that one through. Height down to Anita, block it. Another try, Paladin, blocked down in front, still made its way through, kicked away. And cleared back out with just half a minute to go on the penalty. Turnover behind the goal. Kozlowski waiting for teammates. Throws one towards the front on the backhand. Unable to get the shot away was Ehrlich. Ambrosino towards the goal, kicked away by Paladin. That'll just about do it though for the WSP power play. And Kozlowski takes it back out to center, fires it back down. Franzino out of the box. Not sure if he realized the clock had expired. Goes off for a quick change. Smart will fire it back in. Just over a minute to go. The Kings have snatched the momentum here throughout the second period. Bellmore-Merrick, though, the championship pedigree. Do they have a comeback in them? Off the glove of Ambrosino. Final minute of the second. Flips it out, Ehrlich. Kozlowski calling for it, gets it. Kozlowski. Quick cutback, lost the handle. Numbers for the Bulldogs. It's Jones, takes it to the circle. Saucer pass, Paladin couldn't handle. Around he comes off the stick of Smart. Swatting at it, Smart. It's cleared to the line and just back out to center with 30. High backhand from Razy. Some time here for WSP. They're looking to fly the zone, and that pass almost made it all the way through. It's still going to be a good look for Kozlowski. He was stopped with the right pad of Farrer. Here he is again to the circle. You better believe it. He scores. Second of the game, Casey Kozlowski. This one bar down, 6-3 Kings. How about that seam pass that set that whole sequence up through all 10 players on the ice? Big save by Farrer, but this time it's Kozlowski. Almost to the exact 10th of a second from the goal that made it 2-1 to end the first for Bellmore-Merrick. That was 9.7 left in the period. This was 9.2. Dogs trying to get one back. They will not. And how about this? 5 unanswered from the Kings. They are 15 minutes away from a championship. The defending, they're not the defending champs. Rockville Center is, but they've won 3 of the last 5. We'll have an ice cut here as both teams head to the locker room between the second and third period. The Bulldogs, the championship pedigree, do they have the 3-goal comeback in them? Still 15 long minutes for the Kings. We will be back for the third in a moment here on LI Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. 30 minutes down, 15 to go. The JV New York Islanders High School Hockey League Championship here on LI Sports Network. It is a 6-3 lead for WSP over Bellmore-Merrick. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Ron Loddick on board. Sam Musnick operating the cameras. Sam Camera is not his last name. My apologies, Sam. Sam Musnick on the cameras here from the town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage, New York. And in a stunning development based on the last two meetings between these two teams, we are a day shy of a full year ago when last JV championship, Bellmore-Merrick picked up the victory over Wantagh, Seaford, Plainedge, 10-1. These two teams met back in December. Bellmore-Merrick picked up the victory, 10-2. Third period underway. It is a 6-3 lead for WSP as they scored 5 unanswered in the second after trailing 3-1 early in the frame. Centering pass out of the reach of Ehrlich. It's been the Ehrlich, Kozlowski, and Ambrosino line show in the second. What do the Bulldogs have in store? They're a team with plenty of playoff experience, plenty of winning experience. Can they get the job done? Out to the line, Slapper, slowed up, goes wide. Around height. It gets past Corcoran and all the way back out. Icing here against the Kings. .46 seconds gone here in the third period. Face off to the left of Krussman. He'll cover up. If you're just joining us, it was a 2-1 lead for Bellmore-Merrick after one as they scored the goal with 9.7 left in the period to restore their lead. They went up 3-1 early in the second, but it was all Kings from there. Turnover though, shot off his stick and pops up into the belly of Krussman. He's got it on the try from Lucci. Lucci bidding for his second deny that time, and some extracurriculars after the whistle. Bellmore-Merrick spending some time here in the opening minute in the offensive zone. But here's Kozlowski. Takes it wide. Kozlowski curls back. Opens up again on the forehand. Nice little shake and bake. Centering pass. Lucci with the intercept. 3-on-3 here for the Bulldogs if they push it. Pass ahead to DiStefano. Loads one up. Kicked out with authority by Krussman. Another try. Lucci goes wide. Ambrosino on it. Hammers it around, goes down the ice, icing once again against the Kings. Face off to the right of Krussman, 13-13 left in this one. Shot off the glove of Krussman. He'll cover up again on the try from Smart. And we'll do it again. Reminder, Long Island Championship this Saturday in East Meadow, Northwell Health Ice Center. We'll be on LI Sports Network. Hope to see you there, or hope to have you tune in. St. Anthony's Long Beach varsity hockey, after the varsity Bellmore-Merrick team fell short this year to the Marines. The Friars took down the Bulls of Smithtown Hauppauge once again. Bulldogs coming back out. Left behind. Johnson got a skate on it, cleared away. Could be numbers, but a bit too far there for Kozlowski. Played ahead by Baldinger. That was nearly a 2-on-1 for Bellmore-Merrick. They couldn't settle the puck, though. And it's fired back in by Smart. Jones in on the forecheck. The 26, 27, 28 line out there for Bellmore-Merrick. Smart pounding Jones. That shot, stick save up into the glove of Krussman, who has really settled into this hockey game after a decent first. Didn't allow a whole lot of goals, just the two. It was a 2-1 deficit for his team. But in the second period, it's been absolutely locked down. DiStefano to take the offensive zone faceoff. Late D-pair change here for Bellmore-Merrick. Comes out to the line, stick back out by Ehrlich. And back on it goes O'Malley. He'll throw the cross towards Lucci. Flipped ahead out of the reach of Navarro. From the red line, DiStefano off a stick on goal. And Brosino. A nice move, and we'll flip it back out. Now from the red line, steering it back in, O'Malley. All the way around, Height gets checked to the boards. He goes down, and Brosino in to help. Stapled to the wall by Lucci. Out to the point it goes. Wrister through traffic off a body and wide. Pinching in to come get it is O'Malley. To the circle. Comes back out towards the blue line. Swept back out by the Kings. Right back in. Bellmore-Merrick, though. A shot catches the glass behind the goal. They have tilted the ice here in this third period. Not a whole lot of golden opportunities to show for it. But they're starting to apply the pressure. But here's Kozlowski looking for another. Couldn't get through. Navarro telegraphed that one. Ambrosino read it, got a stick on it. From the red line, will fire it back in. O'Malley gets to it at the half wall. He's checked by Ehrlich. Kozlowski in to help on the forecheck. Comes back out. Height couldn't reach it. Played back in. Off the bench here is Felicki to steer it back on for Bellmore-Merrick. Jones takes it wide. Jones, check to the boards. And that goal by Kozlowski, with just 9.2 left in the second, especially looming large here to make it a 3-goal game as he got one in the dying seconds, looking for another here. The hands on display, and he tried to sauce that backhander across, though, but it's intercepted by Bellmore-Merrick. Back in, a little inside-out move by the defenseman. Kyle lands through it in front. A shot misses on the short side that time from Smart. Kings look to clear. They will, but this is going to be an icing with a little over 5 minutes gone. In the final period, score has not changed since the final seconds of the second. As the Kings are holding on here to a 3-goal lead. They went from a 2-goal deficit to a 3-goal lead in what almost felt like the blink of an eye there in the second period. Half-wall tie-up, Kozlowski around to Height. Height trying to jam it ahead. And he'll skate it ahead himself. Flips a backhander onto Ambrosino. Loads up a shot off the glove of Farraher. First real test he has faced here in this period. Back into Stefano. Trying to shake and bake there. He got knocked to the ice. Ehrlich back ahead. Kozlowski. Ehrlich the trailer. Good defense there by the Bulldogs. Ambrosino, though, stepped up, held it in the zone there for a moment. And now it's played ahead by Grillo. Back down the ice. Having back on it, Baldinger. Sends it right back where it came from. Ambrosino in no hurry here. His team 8.5 away from capturing the JV championship. Lucci to the slot. Good play there by Rotondaro. Cleared it ahead. Look out, Ehrlich chasing after it. Great job that time to keep it away from him by O'Malley. Kozlowski left it for Ehrlich. Onside. Ehrlich takes it wide. Separated from the puck by Corcoran. That allows Bellmore-Merrick to take back possession. Height stepped up. Couldn't hold it in. Back the other way, Paladin. Paladin, the shot goes high. He's been eerily quiet tonight. He's got to hustle back here to the blue line before his team can enter, and here they come back in. Pass a bit too far for Razy. Knocked down by O'Malley. Paladin close to offside there. We play on. Kozlowski to Ambrosino from the red line, just shy of the red line, and slowed up there, no icing, and it went on goal as well as it caught an edge. Flipped up the boards. Ambrosino comes to get it, head up towards the goal, off a stick and high. Halfway through period 3. Score hasn't changed here in the third. Still a 3-goal lead for WSP, and you get the feeling that one more for them could really salt this game away. But back in, Bellmore-Merrick, a shot misses. Comes around, Smart towards the goal, steered aside by Krussman. Behind the net, tied up again. Bulldogs back on it, backhand try. Sia bodies in front, intercepted. Kozlowski leads the rush 2-on-2. Ehrlich to his left. Kozlowski takes it wide, gets taken down, draws the penalty. And for the second time tonight, Wantagh, Seaford, Plainedge will go to the power play. They're 1-for-1. They're also 1-for-1 on their only penalty shot of the game. And with 6:39 to go, it goes without saying here, a must-kill for Bellmore-Merrick. Hooking is the call, and it's going to be Julia Felicki who will sit. A chance to put this one to bed for WSP. Ambrosino back down to the half wall. Up top, Ambrosino will just skate back out with it. Clock is his friend right now. Power play clock isn't. But I'm not sure if he's all that concerned about that. Revs up his engines behind the goal. Here he comes. Ambrosino to the circle. Fought off by Farrer. And cleared down the ice by the Bulldogs. Out to play it, Krussman. Ambrosino once again in no hurry. 6 minutes to go in regulation. Leaves it for Kozlowski behind the goal. Kozlowski nearly turned it over. Height will help him out. Throws a backhander across to Ambrosino. Ambrosino opens up. Height jams one towards the goal. Same main clearing attempt. Will eventually get down the ice. 50 to go on the penalty. Way out of his crease here. Fires one all the way ahead. Was Krussman. So he was getting back into his net. Looked like the Bulldogs were going for it there, but it was knocked down by Kozlowski. And here he comes. Stops up at the half wall. Tried to fire across ice off a stick. Height under pressure. Knocked back out of the zone. Final half minute of the penalty. It's a foot race, and Razy's going to win it. Gets to it in the corner. Just tried to jam it around. Height could not. Last rush here on the power play for WSP, but I believe they're more concerned with the final 5 minutes of the hockey game here. Kozlowski back in, takes it wide. Casey Kozlowski, center, score! With just 2 seconds left on the power play. How about one more for Ambrosino? And once again, wasn't quite as pretty as the first goal that those two set up, but Kozlowski creating. No one picks up Ambrosino in front, and he rips that one high blocker. And another incredible performance from James Ambrosino. He put up all 5 goals for the Kings in their semifinal win over Massapequa. And he has a hat trick in this one, 4.5 to go. Go time for Bellmore-Merrick. Their chances of going back-to-back in serious jeopardy right now. But they have a good look here, backdoor, and they score. 4:19 to go. Bulldogs come right back down, get it back to within 3. DiStefano, plenty of time there. It's almost like the controller died for the defense of WSP, and looks like that's Navarro there on the back door, just able to jam it into the open goal. So Bulldogs not done yet. But that power play goal proving to be crucial right now as Kozlowski fires one wide. Ambrosino comes to get it. His shot goes high. Second of the game for Navarro. Flipped out. Makes its way all the way through to Navarro. Navarro on the cutback. Drop pass. Coming back to get it was Lucci. Fanned on the pass. Cleared back out by WSP. And this will not be an icing. Now that they got it back within 3, we'll keep an eye, see with everything on the line here when and if they pull Farraher. Kozlowski. 3.5 to go. Patrick Waugh would have had him out by now. Kozlowski. Oh, big hit there as Ehrlich knocked to the ice by DiStefano. Kozlowski back in. He scores! One more for Casey Kozlowski with 3:08 to go. The Kings can smell it. From his office, he loves that right circle, and he just buries that one blocker side. Right after that big hit there on Ehrlich, freed up the puck. He took it, said thank you very much. I'll put this game to bed. In the crease as Bellmore-Merrick coming right back again. Diving to cover is Krussman. And a frustrated Bulldogs team here as cooler heads look to prevail from both sides with under 3 minutes to go. Kozlowski, a 5-point game, 3 goals, 2 assists. Same could be said for Ambrosino. Ehrlich, 2 goals, 1 assist. Looks like we'll have some penalties here. Johnson and Jones and Kozlowski to the box, and now it looks like he might be, his night's done. Possibly the player of the game, but he's going to have to watch the final few minutes on the other side of the rink. We'll see here, because there were 2 Kings going to the box. Does Bellmore-Merrick have a power play? Trophies are ready. Barring a miracle here for Bellmore-Merrick, this time it's going to go to the Kings. So we'll get some of our penalties here for Bellmore-Merrick. We got Dominic O'Malley, 2 minutes for roughing. Johnson's in the box as well. There's only the 2 minutes up there for the Kings, and that would seem to make sense. I believe this is going to be a Bellmore-Merrick power play here, as it will be Jack Carroll to go serve the Kozlowski penalty. O'Malley, unsportsmanlike 10-minute misconduct. His night's done. But a power play here, and down to their last breath. Bellmore-Merrick up top. Behind the goal it goes. Hustling over to get it was Navarro. Here's Lohan on it. Back to the line it comes. Settled down by Corcoran. Holds it at the line. Brings it back out. Clock not on his side here. Still in the goal is Farraher. Back in. Corcoran dropped it off to Lucci. Lucci on it. Coming to the goal there was Pounding. Couldn't get it to him. Tries to slide across. It came back to him. His one-timer stop. Bouncing puck. They score! Bellmore-Merrick gets a PPG from Alexander Di Stefano. They bring it back to a 3-goal game with just 2:09 to play. Had the wide open net, couldn't settle that bouncing puck. And then eventually able to slide that one into the open net. The leading goal scorer with 26 coming in. Keeps his team alive, but 2:09 to go. Last gasp here for Bellmore-Merrick. Hammer down the ice, and that's a quick icing call. 2 minutes to go. 2-minute warning here in our New York Islanders High School Hockey League Championship. I believe we're going to get a timeout call. It's going to be a Bulldog timeout. They'll have the offensive zone face-off. With just 2 minutes left on the clock, a 3-goal lead for Wantagh, Seaford, Plainedge as they look to finally put their name on the trophy. The team that was dominated by Bellmore-Merrick the last few meetings, with a chance to pull off what many would consider to be an upset, despite both teams in their respective divisions playing similar games. A little reminiscent of the 1980 squad that knocked off the Soviets. Not sure if it has quite the same cultural impact. It does here on Long Island, though, on the Long Island hockey world. Face-off will be to the left, and the net is empty for Bellmore-Merrick. Desperation time, high shot from the point off a body and wide, swept right back through the crease. Lohan gets on it, under 2 minutes to go. Held in, Corcoran shot. Not sure if Krusman ever saw it. It got cross corner and wide. Corcoran loads another one up, blocked down. A look at the empty net all the way down, bullseye. And the Kings are 95 seconds away from glory. And how about one more? Easiest one of the game for Ambrosino. He scored all 5 in the semifinal game. He's got a 4-goal performance to lead his team to what will likely be a victory with just 90 seconds to go. Cleared back out by WSP. Back in, Corcoran. A couple looks there with the empty net from the blue line. Great shot blocking, though, by Ambrosino on that specific one, but even on his previous tries, WSP going all out to get this victory as we hit the final 60 seconds. Reverse hit there from Razy, or rather that's Lenz, excuse me, on Ambrosino. Corcoran. Back in, Rotundaro. Got a stick on it. Ambrosino, does he have one more? Takes it wide. Good play that time by Lenz, who stumbles down to the ice. Final 30 seconds. Everyone on their feet on the Wantagh Seaford Plainedge bench. 15 to go. Bulldogs just playing catch in their own end. Up to Lucci with 10, deflects it in. Height will leave it. Ambrosino will fire it down the ice. Why not? Dominated previously by the Dogs. This time, it belongs to the Kings. Wantagh Seaford Plainedge has climbed the mountain, and they are the 25-26 junior varsity champions of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Last year's championship fell 10-1 this year, 10-2 against Bellmore-Merrick. Other than that, they went 13-3 and had vengeance on their minds and took care of business from the second period on. Not enough could be said about the Bellmore-Merrick squad as well. The season they had. Ran into a buzzsaw in that second period, though. They're used to playing their dominant game. Not sure if they were ready for that from WSP, but a phenomenal season from the Dogs, being able to get back here once again. Ambrosino, though, the 4-goal performance, leading his team to victory. Casey Kozlowski, 3 goals, 2 assists. 2 goals, 1 assist for Ehrlich. 4 goals, 2 assists for Ambrosino. And Anthony Krussman, 5 goals allowed. Stopped 16 of 21. En route to victory. Aiden Farrer stopped 18 of 26. 9-5 the final. I'll step aside here for the post-game celebration as we get the trophy presentation and the MVP trophy presentation. We'll be right back here on the post-game on LISN. And we're back here. The MVP, as expected, went to number 29 of WSP, James Ambrosino, with his 4-goal, 2-assist performance in the 9-5 championship victory over Bellmore-Merrick. And finally, WSP has climbed the mountain after suffering a tough loss in the championship last year, take care of business and get their revenge this season. Thank you for joining us throughout the NYIHSHL season. We still have a few games left, I believe, here to close out the month here at our lower level divisions. Our middle school finals coming up on just a few weeks. But that'll do it here tonight at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center as the teams are taking, or the team, WSP, taking their championship photos as they are the champions. Thank you so much for tuning in throughout the season. For Sam Musnick on the cameras, Rowan Loddick on the board, everyone here at LISN. I'm Brady Campbell, 9, Bellmore-Merrick Bulldogs 5, and the WSP Kings are your 2025-2026 junior varsity champions. Thank you so much for tuning in. You have been tuned in here at the Town of Oyster Bay Ice Skating Center in Bethpage to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League JV Championship here on the LI Sports Network. Have a great night.